Hello everybody, this is Farboid from the Table Gamers doing yet another RFC China, and basically going for the UHV, which is pretty difficult, building 2 academies of Confucianism and 2 pagodas of Taoism. No cities lost by barbarians or Mongols by a certain year, and I can't remember the other one, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhat difficult. I think it's something to do with... no, I can't remember at all. Okay. Yeah, so, again, as I always do at the beginning, send my warrior towards the nearest, tribal village, which is down there somewhere. Again, it's always very useful to be familiar with all the tribal villages on the Earth map. Build a second warrior in Beijing to get the ones in the past the Gobi Desert.
Shall be the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind,
going straight for Confucianism.
It is entirely seamless.
It's very
a young man killed in battle.
Pretty lucky here to get the secrets of a nuke technology from that tribal village. Bronze working at that. Very, very lucky to have that. So to win China, you need some pretty lucky picks out of the tribal villages at the start to give a good foundation to your civilization. Now,
true glory consists in doing what deserves
for mathematics will give you Confucianism. Calendar will give you Taoism, and then you have to build a lot of things. I think each pagoda or academy requires about, I think it's 4 temples of each religion, not every religion. 4 temples of that religion that you're trying to get the academy or whatever out of, if you get what I mean. It's telling me that there are wolves around, and I know I don't care. But would have been bad if I'd just gotten killed. Again, getting a worker off the tribal village up there was very lucky. There's another tribal village to the west. I'm just gonna manually do that one. Into the classical
If in other sciences we should arrive at certainty without doubt and truth without error,
I usually convert to Confucianism because I can, because it's good. It's worth the anarchy. So yeah, to get all the temples that you need, you will need 8 cities.
Give a man a fish,
and you will need 2 very strong cities, because they need to build, the 2 strong cities need to be able to build academies and pagodas. Going for the important resources here. Sailing will get you closer to the calendar.
You can't
obviously.
direct the wind, but you can adjust your sail.
By about now you'll probably see the independent city, and I usually like to erase that just to annoy the Persians. Not that they know. I'm long gone by the time they get here. I'll go down and get that tribal village. You might not be able to get that, depending on how quickly you get here. You might not get this tribal village again here. I'm lucky to have gotten that worker. Haven't got the wheel yet. so I couldn't actually get those horses, obviously. I'm a fan of libraries as well as lots of other buildings. Try and avoid wonders, obviously. If you get a wonder, it's just pointless. I mean, it's not pointless, but you're at a disadvantage if you build yourself wonders, because it's just taking up your time, which you don't need to do. Getting another civil settler instead, and I'll be able to
Put your shoulder to the wheel.
put Confucianism and Taoism in that city straight away because of those 2 missionaries I've got. Masonry, can't remember what
It is
I
from
was
their
doing now,
foes,
but I'm
not their
probably
friends,
going for
that cities learn the lesson of building high
just the
walls.
basic ones, and construction I would have been looking at. I was pretty lucky as well. See, a lot went for me in this game. Things like
Hath not the potter power
the tribal
over clay to
villages
make one vessel
and everything
unto
else.
honor,
It was
and
just
another unto
so in my
dishonor?
favor. And if you get that kind of thing, you're very likely to win almost every game of RFC if you do it right. You want to start building new settlers constantly. You got to be careful as well where you put your settlers, because you really don't want to put them too close to Mongol territory. Otherwise they'll swallow you up and you'll lose that. You'll lose that UHV. You don't want that, because that's very annoying when it happens. I was wondering if I had put a city up there, I might have lost it, but I wasn't sure. So I built Dairen and put both religions in there. I can't remember though if that was my other strong city in the end. It probably was. Obviously Beijing was one of them. But as it gets to 1000 AD, I believe it is, it becomes a real stress to get those temples in. And then get an academy on top of that, or a pagoda on top of it. Now, I'm not entirely sure where I should have been putting most of these cities, but I was having a pretty good guess. I think that one there I was going to do with this
And on the pedestal, these words
Shanghai.
appear. My name is Ozymandias,
Yeah.
King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty.
Don't know
and
if the
despair.
recommended one above it is actually better or not, but I decided to go for Shanghai. Just cause. Words are good.
Nature herself has
Despite the
imprinted
fact
on the
there's a
minds
word
of
there.
all the idea of God.
Again, just going for the most basic things here. It's important to get the Great Wall if you want to keep barbarians out, because barbarians do come. Very, very unrealistic Great Wall as it is.
Not at all similar are the race of the immortal gods and the race of men who walk upon the earth.
China is one of the longest UHVs to get. Quite difficult. Unless you get a fair bit of luck
The
like I
Lord
did
bless
here.
you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
Once again, getting the plague is very unfortunate. It's something you don't want.
If you
So
chase
you
two
usually
rabbits,
don't sign
you
open
lose
borders.
both.
Almost no open borders at all is almost something I always do in UHVs. The Oracle, despite the fact that Chinese never had an Oracle, or I don't know, maybe they, depends what you want to call the Oracle, because the Oracle as a wonder is a very vague wonder. I think there's no building called the Oracle. Yeah, went for the Oracle because it's good to have an extra technology, but as you can see I failed to get the Oracle and converted to a couple of gold. And by gold I mean
You should hammer
treasury.
your iron when it is glowing hot.
I've got iron. Iron is good. It's always good to put a mine right there,
Do
even
not
before
throw
you
the
find the
arrow which will
iron.
return against you.
As you can see, I'm still trying to get the tribal villages, which are all the way over here. Can't remember if I did or not. Suppose I'll find out. Finally, Greeks decided that I would trade a couple of technologies with them. Very, very ridiculous deal there.
Them that take the sword shall
But
perish by the
I was
sword.
just quickly doing this thing and
They can change
decided
our
to
world.
agree with
A
some
multitude
ridiculous
of
deals.
rulers is not a good thing. Let there be
It's
one
not always a
ruler,
good idea at
one
all.
king.
Doesn't really matter when you're on the difficulty I'm on. I need another 4 cities. And that's when I realized, I don't know if I had realized it yet, but there was actually a tribal village right there. And I didn't notice because I just assumed that it would be gone by now. Unfortunately, the
If you speak the
Byzantine
truth,
border didn't
have a
expand,
foot in
so
the
I was
spirit.
able to take it. Not sure what I was looking at here, but don't think I was looking at getting new new religions. So I just got the 2 I needed. So yeah, got another worker off that one, which was very lucky. Can't remember if he made it or not. I think he did. Usually, I like to link up my cities with roads as soon as I can, but I don't think I did that in this very much.
I am the Lord thy
Eventually.
God.
Yeah, that's the end of part 1.